What's up, Soul Squad? What's up, Soul Squad? Welcome to another video. Okay, we are doing a fish fry. I grew up on Fridays with that. Every Friday, it was seafood. It was either like, it was always fried fish. It was always a different type of fried fish, and it was always some shrimps or, you know, some crab cakes or something to go along with it. So I want to show you guys how I grew up eating on Friday a fried fish. So it's called Fish Fry Friday, or what's it called? Fish Fry Friday or Fried Fish Friday. I forgot what my parents, what my grandmother and my mother used to call it. But we're doing that here today. I'm aiming to get this video up on a Friday, but it might be on a Saturday. But either way, you're going to see how we eat on a Friday. Back in the day, let's do it again. No, she ain't got an intro, but let's go. Okay, so I'm going to start off, guys. We are doing collard greens, okay? No, this ain't what your mother did. We not rolling them up, cutting them up. One thing about me, I'm going to do what we ate a long time ago and what people still eat, but I'm just going to do it the easy way. I ain't got time to roll it up and all that stuff. But when you do, they usually come already pre-clean, pre-cut, but we don't take those type of chances over here. Even though they pre-clean, pre-cut, we still going to go ahead and put them over here in my little thing right here, my little strainer. We're going to walk through them to see, because, you know, sometimes you get these things, they be having like big stems and all that stuff. We're going to remove all these big stems, get this all cleaned up. Even though I cleaned out my sink and stuff, I'm going to go ahead and throw the rest of them. My sink been washed and cleaned with some bleach, and she's ready to go. And then also, what do you put in your greens? I do smoked meat, because, you know, a lot of people don't like pork. You know, back in the day, we did ham hocks and all that stuff. But, you know, we're going to do a little bit of smoked meat. I got a smoked turkey. She's going to sit there while we clean these greens. So let's go ahead and get these greens, you know, cleaned up. Picked out all the stems. I use cold water when cleaning my greens. So we just going to go ahead and go through there. I want to sit, I got a pot right here. And like I said, there's really not a whole lot. There's really no dirt on them. They did a good job of cleaning these. So basically what we're going to do is that we're just going to do a nice rinse with these greens. Try to make sure there's no big old, and they really did good with the stems. Sometimes, you know, like this, you may find like a big stem or something. I don't want all that. So it's not going to take a lot with these greens, because again, these is pre-cut, already clean, but we're going to do what we do. I mean, we're going to clean them myself, rinse this cold water all over them, try to find the big stems and pull them out. But right now, this is looking pretty good. Again, it's not feeling gritty. They really cleaned them well. So I'm not going to be over here all day, you know, cleaning the greens where I would have to if they were fresh, roll them, cut them up and everything. But they did a pretty decent job with these ones. So we just, yeah, we're just going to rinse them. Right now, they're not feeling gritty. There's not too many whole stumps. They really gave us more greens in this bag versus a whole bunch of stumps, in which I like that. So let me get these greens nice and clean. Again, I only bought one bag because everybody in my house is just not a big green eater. I like using that too. And yeah, they're feeling really good. Not too many big stumps. I'm going to take a lot of big ones out. But yeah, do your greens the way you do it in your home, and I'm doing the way I do them in my home. I'm using bags. Less work, more easy. You know, you want to cook smarter, not harder. Is that what I'm coming on?
Work smarter, not harder.
Okay, that's what we're going for over here. So let's get these greens the way they need to get. And we're going to get them on the stove. And when we come back, we're going to get them on the stove. And let me clean them. Okay, guys, this is my smoked meat. See, my pan is not that big. So what I do is that with this, I take her and I just use my hands. And I tear the meat off. And like with some people, I did not ask Alexa. I ain't asked you nothing.
Sorry. I thought I heard my name.
Girl, you are not playing with me. I tear the meat off because of the size of my pan. And unlike some people, I don't cook my meat first. A lot of people like to cook their meat first. What I tend to do is that I like to go ahead and cook my meat with my greens from the start. So these are like smoked turkey wings. I wouldn't have to do this because they'll sit down in my pan. And I know a lot of flavors in the bone, but this bone, she ain't going down in there. Not the way I want her to. So we just be pulling her meat off. And I might just put her in there anyway and let the greens cook around her if I can't get all of the meat off. So just like put her down in there. The child, if I was strong, I could cut this bone in half. But I ain't working with that type of strength, you know. So I'm getting as much meat off of this as I can. It smells so good. I say, oh, you're tearing that bone up. I need a bigger pan. Don't have a big enough pan. Let's just do his counter is nice and clean. I don't know why I didn't do it that way from the beginning to make my life easier. But there she go. And if you got a big enough pan, stick your whole turkey leg in there, drumstick. Yeah. But she don't even want to cut through the little bristles. Oh, y'all. The hands on meat stronger than me. She something. This is what I do. I make things work for what I have in my house. And yes, there's going to be a lot of meat left on here. But we got enough in there. We don't have a whole lot of greens. I already rinsed my meat off. And I'm going in. I'm not even going to season her yet. My greens are nice. They've been rinsed. They're clean. And what I do is that I put some in at a time. And I let it cook down. And I let it cook down, then I'll add more greens on top. I need to get me a big pan. I got some stock pans, but I don't need to use it for these little big greens. And what they're gonna do, they're gonna cook down before I even put any seasonings in here. So I'm gonna put about 2 cups of water in here and let these cook down. And by the time we come back on camera, I'm gonna show the second portion would be like me adding my type of seasonings that I'm doing. I don't have any chicken broth, but I do have chicken flavor bouillon. And my seasoning is what we're going to use to season these greens along with this smoked meat. Just a whole bunch of flavor. Everything about my products is going to be in the description below. Alright. And I'm putting her on the back stove to cook because I got other things that I want to do on this front stove. So let me go ahead, put her down in here, get some water in here, and I push her down. And she's going to go on the stove. And just like that, our greens with our smoked meat is about to get started. Alright guys, so my greens been cooked down. I stirred them up. I'm about to add in my seasoning if I can reach it, which is some chicken bouillon again. And I don't think I got any more seasoning. Let me see what I got. Oh yeah, I got that SoulfulT. Hey, in the description below. Okay. And we also do vinegar and pure butter, but not just yet. These been cooking like an hour, hour and a half, and I'm just putting my seasoning in, but they cooking down. So yeah, I'm gonna put a top on here, let these finish cooking, cause guess what? We about to put our yams on. I'm about to set this oven for 375 because yams going on and homemade cornbread. I'm showing y'all what we used to do, honey. This is a fish fry. So if I ever say I'm selling fish dinners, you're gonna know what you're gonna get. go back to this video and be like, oh, I live in the area. I need to get me some. Yeah, you do. Alright, put the top on here. Let these continue to cook down. And probably in another 30 minutes or so, I'll add in some vinegar, some pure butter. Yeah, she's going to be ready. Okay, guys, it is candy yams time. I diced them, peeled them. Y'all didn't do it on camera, so we ain't have time for all that, okay? But now I'm just giving a quick rinse. This is my pan. Y'all be using them there. I cut them up and look. I started doing them as slices. I said, you know what? I'm going to do squares. Now, I make my yams on top of the stove. You can use the same recipe. Make your candy sauce. Put them in the pan and put foil on them. But this is going on top of the stove. I think they come out better. But I'm just rinsing them down. I just rinse everything. Wash everything. Now, you don't have to add no water to your yams, because it's water going in this pack, because I got water rinsing them off, right? And then they're going to make its own liquid when you add the sugar and all that other stuff to it. So yeah, so we're about to make the yams. This is having a fish fry Friday, y'all. So I grew up on in the same house with my mom and my grandmother. Okay. I'm not adding no water to this. I rinsed them yams off. I am going in with cinnamon. Now, how much cinnamon? I can't tell you guys. And what I like to do is I put cinnamon on the top like this, right? Then I take a spoon or something and spread them around. Because I like cinnamon throughout mine. And I just spread them around. I don't do that with the sugar and stuff, but I want to make sure cinnamon is everywhere. I just love cinnamon on my yams. And just grab a little bit more. And guess what? We got our cinnamon on our yams. I'm going in with what? The label's not on here. But this is my grandma Jockey sweet potato pie mix. I told you guys, this is more than just for pies. It gives a great flavor because it has nutmeg, ginger, and allspice. So it gives a great flavor to your yams. I'm not going to use a whole lot, but I just use like maybe, this is 2 pounds of yam, about 2 tablespoons, because I'm still going to go in with some white sugar, brown sugar, syrup, butter, and vanilla. I just pour to the gods. Can't tell you how much. Now, that's the part that I'm mad at, because somebody got my brown sugar open. So you know what brown sugar do. She get hard. But we still going to use them. Okay? She's going to melt down into all this good deliciousness. And that's what that is. I don't put my butter on. I use pure butter, unsalted butter in my yams. I don't do my vanilla and butter until my yams is almost done. And yep, I go in with like 1/4 cup of syrup. Rinse the top off, because this is her top. Remember, there's no water here. The yams gonna make water. I rinse the yams off, the water dripping off the yams. This has a little steam hole, and on the stove, push the greens back, sir. She go. I don't like that. I don't never have enough room, y'all. I don't know that my pie's too big. I need a big stove. I need a commercial type stove.
You ain't got the back and push all the way back.
I don't got the back and push all the way back. Okay. There we go. And I cook it like on a medium. Greens almost done. You see the steam coming up out of those. They smelling good. Because that turkey meat in there. The yams is on. Oven preheat to 375. Let's make a homemade cornbread. Homemade cornbread. Let's go. I use, this is the cornmeal that I use. This yellow fine cornmeal. A lot of people use white cornmeal in the South and stuff. I usually don't use white cornmeal. 1 cup of cornmeal, guys. Right? I'm using an all-purpose flour. 1 cup of flour. It's like equal parts. 1 cup of flour. There she go. I'm going to go in here with 1 teaspoon of baking powder. We'll go in here, a 1/2 teaspoon of just regular girl with the umbrella. 1/2 teaspoon of salt. We'll go in here, what was it, 3/4 cup of sugar. Yeah, we doing it like that. 2 eggs. Melt a stick and a half of unsalted butter. You don't want it to be hot when you about to place it in there. What I do with my vanilla. Two teaspoons of vanilla. A stick and a half of unsalted butter. That little piece didn't melt, but that's okay. And 1 whole cup of milk. Not buttermilk, just 1 whole cup of milk. And there he is. This is our cornbread mixture. I got my oven on 375. She's going to go in the oven on 375 about 30 to 40 minutes. Until she golden brown. Top her with some butter. When she come out, and she will be ready. Let me stir this up. I'm going to get her all together. Grab my dish that I'm going to be using, my butter dish, and we're going to pull her in there and place her in the oven. I don't have a wire whisk, so I'll be using my favorite spoon. But let me know below if anybody, you know, because sometimes, I ain't going to lie, my cornbread be a hit or miss. That's why I use a lot of box cornbread. But I can make homemade cornbread, so I'm doing that today for you guys. And let's hope she's a hit today. Alright, give me a second. Let me go grab my pan, wash my hands. We're going to move this. We're going to grease her up. I'm going to take some margarine and butter my pan, y'all. And you can use, that's my oven, 375. Now you could use unsalted butter. I use unsalted butter in my mix. I'm just greasing my pan, and all this butter is going to melt down inside of this baking dish. And this is my homemade cornbread, 375, golden brown, 30 to 40 minutes. In the oven she go. Up next, we're going to make some mac and cheese. The fish is the last thing. I'm preparing on the sides while everything else cooking. Then we'll drop that fish. Cornbread out the oven, y'all. And the first thing, as soon as she's out the oven, base her down with some good old butter, margarine. This is some margarine. She looked like she came out good. I told you, sometimes I be good, sometimes I be bad. But nah, baby. She's showing out today. It's fish fry Friday, or whatever I want to call her. There she is. Cornbread looking good. Okay? Cornbread looking good. Whew. I got butter on the daggone. It's dawn. I love my dawn, y'all. Okay. The water is simmering for the macaroni. The cornbread smells good. Going in with what? My chicken season. Okay, let's do something different here. Butter and vinegar. Now, this is a point where that some people, with your collard greens, people put onions, they put red pepper flakes in it, because they like their collard greens kind of spicy. I don't like a spicy collard green. No, she do not. Let's stir this up. Look at the greens. Look at my arm in the way. You know I'm right-handed. Look at that turkey meat. Honey, when I say these greens are greening, they are greening. They really done. But I'm gonna do what my mama used to do. Feel like 4 tablespoons of butter. Yes, because butter make it taste better. As soon as I get it out the wrapping. Right? I'm gonna put butter in here. Some people, like I said, some people like it spicy. They'll add some Creole seasoning, some chili flakes.
So
people,
it's unsalted butter.
Yeah, this is unsalted butter. Tablespoon of vinegar. And people add sugar. I don't do all that. My greens are ready, y'all. I'm sorry, people, I'm right-handed. I cannot do nothing with this left hand. These greens are cooked. They are ready. Got that butter and that vinegar soaked down in there. Honey, you can't tell me nothing. They look good. That's gonna boil. I'm like this raise to a raging boil. Them greens are really done, but they're gonna stay doing what they're doing. Once we get the macaroni in the oven, then we'll start on our fish. And see how I told you guys, these yams will make its own solution. I just got these cooking. It's gonna cook down to a sticky sauce. Look at them. Beautiful yams. It's gonna cook down, that's that sauce, that glaze, candy yam. It's gonna cook down to a sticky sauce. I got them on low. Yeah, ooh, they smell good. The yams are yamming, okay? Okay, so, there's nothing else to do to let this come to a boil. Add the macaroni. Once you come back, make the cheese sauce and all that stuff. The fish is the last thing we gotta do. So y'all, my greens done, my yams done, my cornbread's done. I did a box and a half of macaroni noodles that I seasoned with some chicken broth. So my noodles is done. So we got to do now is make a cheese sauce. And as soon as I put this in the oven, we gonna fry the fish out. And this is a wrap. This is a fish fry. Ooh, look at that. Now I don't put eggs in my noodles. You can, but you won't see me do it on here. So let me wash my hands real quick. And we're gonna put all our cheese in our pan for our cheese sauce. So yeah. Let me get all my macaroni. And I'm washing my hands because I'm gonna show y'all. I don't use my. Ooh, look at this is Velveeta's, the little small one. I got a lot of macaroni, y'all. He said, oh, Velveeta's. Yes, Velveeta's, God dang it. So that's what I do. And then I'm making macaroni for a client too. She wants 4 things of frozen macaroni. So that's why I got a lot too. I'm making some macaroni for my client as well. Ah, shoot. I burned my hand. You ain't playing with me like that. I'm coming. A whole thing, 8-ounce mozzarella. Yeah. The whole thing goes in there. Stick it just like this. Okay. Even though I got a 16 ounces of Kobe jack, I'm only using half of this, y'all. The other half going in my macaroni. I'm using more than half. And let me grab my milk. Turn on my stove on low for my cheese sauce. I use about 2 cups of milk. I don't measure. I just know it's about 2 cups. Maybe 2 cups and a half, maybe 3. I don't know. Maybe 2 cups and a half, maybe 3. I don't know. Did y'all know my unstoppable season is a blessing to your macaroni and cheese? Yes, baby. Look, I sprinkle to the gods, not that much, but enough. You know, because who eat plain macaroni and cheese? Y'all don't season the cheese sauce and all that stuff. So this is going on low. And she gonna do what? She making the cheese sauce. I didn't even do a roux. This is straight up cheese sauce. And she gonna be really cheesy. And there's no milk. Okay. We just gotta let her cook. And while she's doing what she's doing, let's grab my cheddar cheese. Some macaroni. I said some macaroni. Some block cheese. My son said I ain't never ready you right because he don't want to find a clip. You stay on that. Let me get past you and I'll get the butter. And no, I ain't had my sticky butter out. So yeah. Unsalted butter. So yes, the whole stick. Make sure we get all her breaker just like that. Okay, y'all, cooking for my family. Cooking for myself, it is what it is. And then after I do that, get that up in there. I take this right here. I don't shred it. I don't do anything to it. This is a part where I gotta watch out for my arthritis, y'all. But I just do just like that. Just cut that up and in. I got so many mac and cheese videos that I'm for Easter, my Easter video, think about doing salmon and crab cakes and steamed broccoli and some white cheddar mac and cheese. So I don't do this in no particular order or anything. Because she's going to melt. Put that right there. And this is what I do then. Going to stir it up. Get that butter. And that cheese up in there. Oh, I got some collard greens in there. Look at that. Oh, another piece of paper. Another collard green. But I use this spoon. It's a collard green. Trying to get up in my corn, trying to get up in my mac and cheese. Alright, that's stirred up. This is an 8 ounce chopped cheddar. And this is what I do. When we come back, we're gonna be pulling in our cheese sauce. Alright, y'all. I'm gonna sit this right here on the side of the sink. Let's go ahead. I said sink, 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 sink. Pull our cheese sauce and our macaroni. I'm only gonna do a little bit at a time. So I can stir. Get her all up and through there. And I don't want my arthritis was trying to act up doing this for the video. So I want to be careful. And I told you, son, I'm right-handed, so I can smell my seasoning. You don't have to put no more in there. Get it all up in there. I don't like a stiff mac and cheese. Some people do. Y'all already know. I got people in my house. It is. But I don't know if y'all laugh because I hear somebody back there. That's that daggone Brandon Waller. Oh. Just still, ooh, so I don't want to lose no soul. And you know, if you ever do make too much cheese sauce, you can always freeze it. Put it in a container, a Ziploc bag, or anything. Look at that. Oh yeah, all my cheese sauce going up in here. I'm not playing. Okay. Gotta get the last little bit. Let her roll. I don't have no idea. Don't ask me what he watching, what he looking at, because she do not know. I do not know, okay? Don't know. Whoever you watching, it must be hilarious. Okay. Almost there, y'all. Let me just scrape her. There's some over here.
Sister girl, that's mac and soup.
Huh?
That's mac and soup.
What it is?
Mac and soup.
This ain't no mac and soup, baby. I got more than enough new. The half of this is coming out. Remember, all this is not for y'all. I got my container.
Talking about the cheese.
Oh, that cheese is good. Alright. About a cup of sour cream. Baby. You better act like you know. I gotta take my time and stir it up. And you know, she gotta go on the tray. Cause the oven, cause you know what's going. Well, you know what? Not really, cause I'm taking some of this out. So I'm making this for somebody too. So yeah. Let me get this all stirred up. I gotta take my time. I really want to get that cream cheese up in there because I'm gonna give my cameraman.
Sour cream.
Oh, sour cream. Sour cream on there. Somebody get my cameraman to stir this because my arthritis trying to act up, y'all. But when we come back, we're gonna be putting some cheese on top and putting her in the oven. But cameraman, I need you like to dig in and stir and get that sour cream up in there for me. Alright guys, going in with some chopped cheddar on top. I can't do a whole lot. I'm doing just a teeny bit, just enough. So I gotta save some. I usually put more than this, but I needed one more bag. So I'm just going in with a little bit, not a whole lot. She about to go in the oven on 375, y'all. When we come back, we about to fry this fish. Yes. Alright guys, I got my favorite thing. My Ziploc bag. I'm going in with some flour. Ooh, not that much. Maybe a cup. Y'all, my counter just crowded today. I don't know what's going on today. Some good old cornmeal. You would do plain cornmeal, plain flour, or a mixture. We going with a mixture, okay? And that's SoulfulT seasoning. I got my grease on. Look at that. Woo. Yes, baby. And I'm just going to do it like this for now. And shake her up. And then I got my fish. I am working with whiteys today. I got them in here. I pat drying them. But they, you know, they do what they do. And if I got them all pat dried, take it out. That's all it is. I tell you, my counter's just counting today, y'all. I just got stuff everywhere. Take that SoulfulT seasoning. And we want this fish to be what? Flavorful. Okay. Taking that seasoning. It's already in the bag. It's on the fish. And in here she go. Just like this. What's your favorite fish? Name a good memory of food your family used to cook when you were growing up. Something that you love. And you, something that you love and like. I feel my macaroni in the oven. That thing smells good. And while my fish cooking, I'm going to turn my yams back on real quick. Turn my greens back on real quick. Damn, you get close up. You know my face. Turn them back on real quick. Let them get a little bit, you know, hot to them. By the time this fish don't take long to cook, baby. Not long at all. Me doing the shake and bake. My grease is hot. I put my grease on while I'm preparing my fish, guys. Let's go, baby. She hot. Skin down first. Look at that.
That's how you supposed to do it.
Yep. That skin down first, baby. And this is a big pan. She big enough, but I can get 3 or 4 in her. Because these are skinny whiteys. Okay? The ass over. Make room. There you go. Let me turn my greens on. Turn my yams on low. Turn my greens on low. Let them get warmed up. So when we come back, we're going to flip this fish. She's not going to be done, but she's going to be flipped. Y'all, again, like if you got wire rack, I told y'all this with your chicken. So your fish and your chicken and stuff can stay crunchy. Look at that. Ooh, shoot, them in the pan. Heat. Alright, we're going to put some more in there. Look good. Get that SoulfulT seasoning. I'm telling you guys. Whew. Let's put some more up in there. We're going to make a plate. Comment below if you remember something, your favorite dish or your favorite thing you and your family used to do. Like I say, this reminds me of my grandmother and my, ooh, come on, I want your skin down, child. Get down in there. She ain't want to do it. Then she just twisted up. Mind her own business. This reminds me when I was growing up, my grandmother and them, on Fridays, used to play pinochle. And they used to always cook fish, seafood, the macaroni, the sides. Look, I was making a mess, y'all. Can I get one more up in there? Yes, I can. But these babies are skinny. Squeeze your butt on up in there. Yeah. And we used to watch them play pinochle and all that stuff like that. Have a good old time on Fridays growing up at my grandparents' house. The family used to all come together for the fish fry on Fridays. So we got some fish done. Looking good, looking good. Let's make a plate. Ooh. Yeah, I did that. Alright, y'all, so let's go with these good old yams, okay? Look. If I had, this was my fish fry. This is my fish fry be looking like, y'all. Come to my SoulfulT fish fry. I told you, I'm left right-handed, so. Stir it up. Trying to get some of that good old turkey meat. Okay. And wash you because I need you to flip my fish. And then we're going to go over here with the same spoon that I use for my yams. My macaroni. This is how I like my macaroni, baby. Look at that. Anybody want a plate of SoulfulT's? See, when I say I want a restaurant, I don't want a sit-down restaurant. I want like a carry-out situation. You know? Like a carry-out plate.
That thing look official.
That's it, y'all. Oh, shoot!
Cornbread.
We gotta get the cornbread. Wait a minute. Let's get this cornbread. We'll be back. Now I'm going in with my cornbread. I don't know why I always use this. How she come up? I sure enough butter. Oh yeah. A nice piece of, where we gonna sit her at? Right there? Honey. A nice piece. That's what I'm saying. See, that's why I need a curry out, y'all. This is what I'm talking about. This is a fish fry in its fullest, okay? Beautiful cornbread, collard greens with smoked meat, some whitey's fish, whatever fish you want, some good old yams, and macaroni. We don't like the stiff macaroni up in here. Your kitchen your way, my kitchen mine. We gotta do a thumbnail. Let's do this thumbnail. Ah! Oh, we about to wrap her up. I gotta let her cool off. But honey, we do that sweet potato. Ooh, look at that yam juice. Mmm. 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 Oh, that tastes good. Y'all know I ain't tasting greens. I don't do greens. But like, share, subscribe. Hit that bell to be notified my returns, and the greens taste good. So, y'all, this is $25. Who want a plate? $25. But you can't get one today, because I only made enough for my family. They got Granny back there stealing macaroni in the way. Because I only made enough for the family. Like and subscribe, hit that bell to notify. Ooh, to the next video. We eating tonight.